Robin Hood stumbled. The deep snow meant he never quite knew when his boot would hit solid ground, making it easy to stub a toe on a hidden rock or twist an ankle stepping awkwardly on tree roots. "Looks like a storm drain," Robin told the other 3 members of the search party as he probed around, stabbing his walking pole into the snow. "It's not deep, but mind your step." 2 plumes of breath curled out of Robin's nose and up towards the dazzling, cloudless sky. It had been a tough 2-hour trek. His fingers and face were numb. While Robin was breathless enough to gulp air through his mouth, he fought the urge, because frosty air sent sharp pains through his teeth. Robin's 3 companions were well insulated. 10-year-old Matt Maid wore tatty pink ski pants and a hooded parka jacket. He'd moaned before they left, saying the trousers were too bulky, but now he was grateful his mum had insisted, because they were super warm and repelled water better than Robin's sodden combat trousers. Rebel security officer Lila Masri led the way down into the drainage channel, while 10-man Eric brought up the rear. 10-man was a powerfully built German with crude prison tattoos on his cheek and neck. He'd spent half his 50 years behind bars, and earned his nickname because they said it took 10 men to bring him down in a fight. Lila, reaching out with her walking pole, found a set of steps on the opposite side of the trench. Robin joined her, then stepped onto a low wall to get a view over a huge snow-covered car park and the burnt remains of Sherwood Designer Outlets. The vast mall had been abandoned for over a decade, before becoming Will Scarlock's rebel headquarters. A few months earlier, Sheriff Marjorie's helicopters had dropped incendiaries across the roof. Now, all that remained of the rebels' base was a snow-blanketed tangle of collapsed walls, melted beams, and blackened interior fixtures. "Someone's got a fire going," Matt said, pointing to wispy smoke over the far side of the mall, near a frozen stretch of the Macondo River. Lila gave the rifle slung over her shoulder a reassuring tap.
"We heard there's bandits in the area. Hopefully they won't bother us if we don't bother them."
10-man grunted, as if to say, "I'll believe that when I see it." The quartet's equipment packs rattled as they jogged across one of the huge parking lots encircling the burnt-out mall. There was soot beneath the snow, which squelched underfoot and sprayed dark grey slush up Robin's trousers. They stumbled over chunks of a fallen wall, and soon they were beneath the sagging metal frame that had once supported the mall's glass-domed atrium. Pebbles of shatterproof glass crunched underfoot. Although the air was below freezing, sunlight was melting snow on the metal frame, making an eerie chorus of drips. Their target was on the far side of the atrium, where a football pitch-sized area of charred wood and melted plastic roofing had cascaded down in a heap. It peaked at 10 meters and had solidified into a huge lump as it cooled. 10-man squatted and began to take equipment out of his enormous backpack. Matt stared ruefully up at the snow-covered remains of the first-floor food court, where he'd spent hundreds of hours riding his skateboard and hanging with his crew. "Sad to see it in this state," 10-man told Matt, in a voice too soft for his heavy physique and prison tattoos. "Were you born in here?" Matt shook his head. "We came when I was a toddler, but all my memories are here." 10-man had started work in a German coal mine, aged 16, but quickly realised it was no fun. At 18, he stole a truck filled with mining explosives and used his tunnelling skills to rob banks and high-end watch stores all over Europe. The robberies had been a success, but a youthful appetite for lavish spending and fast cars meant that 10-man caught police attention and prison time in 4 countries. After escaping to Sherwood Forest, he'd become one of Will Scarlock's most trusted people. Tough enough to make opponents back off without a fight, smart enough to be more than just muscle, and well-liked, despite his scary nickname.